In this lesson, we'll take a look at how to use the Flex feature to bend this part. I'll begin by activating the Flex feature from the Insert, Features drop-down menu. I'll select the solid body I wish to apply the Flex feature to and make sure the bending option is selected. When the Flex feature is launched, the triad will be aligned to the principal axes of the solid body and positioned at its centroid. I'll align the blue trim plane axis so I can define the region that I wish to deform. I'll right-click the blue arrow of the triad and select Align with Selection. I'll select the vertical face of the bracket to make the trim plane axis perpendicular to it. I'll slide the trim planes to isolate the area I wish to bend. Now, I'll orient the red bend axis so that the bending takes place in the orientation I want. At the moment, if I specify a bend angle of 15 degrees in the Property Manager, you can see the model will bend downward around the red axis. I would like to bend the model around the green axis. Unfortunately, I can't just tell SOLIDWORKS to do this. I have to change the orientation of the red axis, which is always the bend axis. I'll right-click the red arrow of the triad and select Align with Selection and choose the top flat face. This makes the red axis perpendicular to the flat face, and the model is now bending in the direction I wish. If you're having trouble making selections during the Flex feature, you can always right-click in the Graphics window and select Redraw or simply rotate the model. This should help. One more thing I'd like to address here is the fact that both ends of the model are moving as a result of the bend. I wish to keep the mounting plate side fixed. To do this, I have to position the triad exactly at Trim Plane 1. This is easily accomplished by right-clicking the center of the triad and selecting Move Triad to Plane 1. This is the result I was looking for. So I'll click OK, and the Flex feature is complete. Notice a couple of edges have appeared here on these faces. This is because SOLIDWORKS tries to use analytical faces such as planes and cylinders if possible. If I enable the Measure tool and select the inside curved face, you'll notice it has a radius. This tells me it is a cylindrical face. If you're more interested in having a continuous face without the edges, you can edit the Flex feature and turn off the Hard Edges option. This leads to smooth edges defined by splines rather than analytical geometry. The bend region is now smooth, but by turning hard edges off, some of the original faces may no longer be analytical. These cylindrical faces are in fact no longer cylindrical. If you use the Measure tool, you'll find they no longer have a radius or diameter defined.